The Washington Wizards lose to the San Antonio Spurs 116-99. The curse of San Antonio continues. The Wizards still have not won in San Antonio since 1999. I was 2 years old then.
You are Locked On Wizards, your daily Washington Wizards podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy D. I am solo today to talk to you about this Wizards Spurs game. Firstly, though, this episode is brought to you by Truebill. Truebill is the new app that saves you money by helping you identify and stop paying for the subscriptions you don't want or need, and can even negotiate better deals on those you want to keep. I want to thank you all for making Locked On Wizards your first listen each and every day. We are free and available on all platforms. Now, man, this game, I'll start it off. My main takeaway, the defense was pathetic. They gave up 116 points. They gave up 53% from the field. The Spurs shot over 50% from the field. I mean, that is pathetic. It's pathetic. That can't happen. That cannot happen. I mean, it was no resistance down there. I feel like Daniel Gafford probably should have got more than 22 minutes today. It's like every time they got to that free throw line, floaters. They just kept shooting floaters. It was a little resistance, man. Having a team shoot over 50% on you in a whole game, they shot 92 shots and made over 50% of them. That is insane. Now, granted, the Wizards shot 45% from the field, which isn't any better as far as the Spurs part, but still, as a team that is, around that top 10 defense range, that's just not acceptable. It's not acceptable. You can't have that happen. There's got to be some kind of resistance down there in the paint, and it wasn't today. It wasn't at all. DeJounte Murray had 22 points. White had 24 points. Jakob Poeltl had 14. Keldon Johnson had 13. It's just, I'm disappointed, man. I really wanted the curse to end today. I really wanted the Wizards to finally get a W in San Antonio. Now we got to wait a whole nother year. I mean, the Wizards score under 100 points. Once again, these teams get into these 110 plus ranges. It's going to be tough for the Wizards. It's going to be tough. Now, you may have the occasional game where both teams score high points, etc., and the Wizards come out with a win, like in the Dallas game. Dallas scored 114, but you have the rare case of the Wizards scoring 120. And that brings me to another point about Bradley Beal and Spencer Dinwiddie, but I'm going to get to that next and a little later on. But, I mean, Bradley Beal struggled shooting from the field. 8 for 21, 1 for 5 from the 3. Kyle Kuzma, I feel like he had an okay day. 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 for 9 from the field. Spencer Dinwiddie, he was 6 for 10. He shot the ball well. 50% from the 3, 2 for 4, 16.6 rebounds. I felt like that was the quietest 16 points of my life. I really didn't notice him in the game, like outside of here and there. I mean, it's just not, the aggression's not there. The tempo's not there. I mean, Howard Neto and Aaron Holiday comes in the game, and I instantly notice them. They instantly start getting their shots up. And you look at this little stretch in that whole, when the game first started, and when Spencer Dinwiddie came out of the game, he didn't even have a shot attempt. But, like I said, he finished 6 for 10. But, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's something lacking there right now with Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't know if it's just the pace, the tempo, or the lack of aggression and assertion at times. And I feel like a lot of you guys would agree that there's times where Spencer Dinwiddie just disappears, and he'll have those moments in the fourth where he hits a big three, etc. But for the most part, it's like, oh yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie is on the court. Diddy Avdija had 2 points, 4 rebounds. It was just an okay day for him. Shooting wise, it wasn't good. 1 for 6, 0 for 3 from the three. Montrezl Harrell, one of his tougher games. Only 6 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Howell Neto, for the most part, struggled. 1 for 6. Aaron Holiday, 4 points, 2 for 6. It was rough. Corey Kispert got some minutes. He did hit 1 3. He had 5 points. And then Davies Bertans, 11 minutes. 11 minutes too much. Another 0 in the scoring column for him. 0 for 4 from the field. 0 for 3 from 3. The guy is just, he needs DMPs. And I don't care if the reasoning for him playing is a contract. He is actively hurting the team. He does not need to be playing. I mean, the guy doesn't play defense. The guy cannot make shots. I don't care what the contract is. It was a bad contract. Accept it. Put him on the bench. Keep him there. 11 minutes is 11 minutes too much, man. Those minutes need to drop more. Period. So, I'm hurt. I'm hurt off this one, guys. I really thought the Wizards could come in here in San Antonio and finally get a dub, man. But you know, they pulled it off in Dallas, but they couldn't pull it off in San Antonio. Maybe next year. But before I get into some other topics about this game, I do have a message from my friends over at Truebill. Do you know why free trials renew your consent? It's a business scam out to get you. Don't let greedy corporations pocket your money. Download Truebill to take control of your subscriptions. Truebill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 per year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. Truebill has over 2 million users and helped save them over $100 million. Like Matthew, who says, in a matter of seconds, I saved $660 for the year on my DirecTV bill. It saves $120 for the year on my Cyrus XM bill. And save $840 a year on car insurance. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/lockedonnba. Go right now, truebill.com/lockedonnba. It could save you thousands a year. That's truebill.com/lockedonnba. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for making Locked On Wizards your first listen each and every day. We are free and available on all platforms. Just to hit on Davies Bertans one more time, because I can get on a full rant about him. It's really bad, man. I don't know what happened to him. I really don't. It's sad. You look at his 2019 highlights with the Wizards, and it's a shell of his former self. He can't hit an open three. He can't hit a contested three. I don't know. I literally don't know what's happened to him, but he doesn't deserve to be on the court. It's as simple as that. He does not deserve to get on the court. I'm sorry. He just doesn't. But on a positive note, I will say the Wizards only had 6 turnovers today. Single digits in turnovers. Now, sadly, it came in a loss, but I've been complaining about the turnovers and them being in double digits almost every game. So when I do see that they have turnovers in single digits, I will give them props on that. They got out-rebounded by 11. 40 rebounds to the Spurs, 51 rebounds. They shot poorly from the three-point line again. 9 for 31, 29% from 3. I mean, the team just, I don't know if they'll ever be a decent three-point shooting team. I mean, they'll have games maybe where they're hot, etc. But, you know, Caldwell Pope went 3 for 6 from the three-point line. Like I said, Spencer went 2 for 4. But that's about it. Everybody else shot pretty rough from 3 today. But I wanted to talk about Spencer Dinwiddie and Bradley Beal and their fit. I think it's odd. You know, I think It's odd that when Bradley Beal has played without Spencer Dinwiddie, the offense has looked pretty good. I think it's weird that when Spencer Dinwiddie has played without Spencer Dinwiddie himself has looked really good. Very aggressive, assertive, know what he wants to do, etc. Bullets Forever put out these stats. They said Dinwiddie without Beal 3-0, Beal without Dinwiddie 2-1. They have a 5-1 record and a 113.8 points per game. They're 8-7 with both of them playing. That's that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. And I don't know, man. I wonder what can help make this work, because right now it's definitely a little rough. And you can tell the difference in play style from when Bill isn't playing with Spencer and the Wizards offense when Bill isn't playing with Spencer. It's I don't get it, man. I hope they figure it out, but it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress right now. But I mean, I'm just disappointed. I really am. To get into the players of the game, I would say for the Spurs, man, Derek White. I mean, he was a beast. Derek White was a beast, man. He killed the Wizards. 3 for 7 from the three, 10 for 21 from the field, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Got the three ball going a little bit, floaters going a little bit. X factor, I would say DeJounte Murray. I love Murray's game. I'm a big fan of DeJounte Murray. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Almost had the trip dub. I didn't even notice that. So I will give those guys the player of the game and the X factor. I mean, it's rough. It's really rough. It's sad. I do want to get into the preview against the Minnesota Timberwolves. But before we get into that, we do have one more message from our friends over at BetOnline. BetOnline has you covered all season with more props, odds, and lines than ever before as football season continues the march to the playoffs. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all the sports action this season. Head to our new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code LOCKEDON to receive your bonus. From basketball, football, NHL, boxing, and UFC, right to your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts. Now, you look at the Wizards' schedule. They got the Timberwolves next, Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell. They got Cleveland after that. Jared Allen's hooping. Evan Mobley's hooping. Then you got Toronto, Indiana, Detroit, then the Jazz. Then it gets pretty rough. The Wizards got to find some consistency, man. They got to find some consistency. They've been slacking. This road trip defensively, I mean, you look at the Thunder, they tightened up in the second half. Look at the Mavericks, they tightened up in the second half. You look at the Pelicans, they got crushed, all the way crushed. You look at tonight, they got crushed on defense. And it's an issue. The defense on this road trip was bad. Outside of two decent defensive halves against the Thunder and the Mavericks, you take the two first halves of that Thunder Mavs game, you take this whole game against the Spurs and that whole game against the Pelicans. That's bad, man. That's regression on the defensive end. And you cannot bring that back to DC when you play Minnesota. Because Minnesota's playing decent ball. They really are. They took the 76ers to overtime and won. They just beat the Pacers. They looking decent, man. You look at Karl-Anthony Towns. He dropped 32 points today and 8 rebounds. So Montrezl Harrell, Daniel Gafford, they're going to have their hands full. Look at Anthony Edwards, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Our guards, Kyle Kuzma, Denny, KCP, they're going to have their hands full with Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell. Russell also had 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists. Those boys are hooping, man. Those boys are hooping. They got Malik Beasley off the bench. They got Reed off the bench, the big, who I like. It's going to be tough, man. And I would say the keys to that game: low turnovers. As always, I always will start off by saying that. Keep the turnovers low. Keep the turnovers low. Secondly, you got to defend the paint, man. You have to defend the paint. You cannot allow teams to start off in the first half shooting 50%. You dang sure can't allow teams to start off shooting, 50% for the whole game. That's just unacceptable. But you can't allow teams to start shooting 49% from the field at the end of the first half. You got to shut it down, man. I'm trying to see 38%. Hold them to 38% or something like that. I would love that. I would love that. I want to see the Timberwolves max 100 points. I want to see them at max 100 points, man. 100 points, 102, something like that. Low 100s. I would love it if they kept them at 100, maybe even 99, 98. That's what I would love. But you keep playing defense in the paint and not having any resistance like you did tonight, Edwards going to eat. D'Lo going to eat. Towns going to eat for sure. One thing I will say, Gafford he got to keep out of foul trouble. He got to stay out of foul trouble in this one. He's going to be big. The Wizards need him because when Daniel Gafford is not on the floor, the Wizards' paint presence is non-existent. When Daniel Gafford is not on the floor, the Wizards have no sense of protection in the paint, and people get whatever they want. You seen it when he missed that Heat game. Bam, etc. The Heat getting anything they wanted in the paint. You look at tonight when Gafford was out, getting anything they wanted in the paint. That's just what it is. So they got to defend the paint, keep the turnovers low. And I would say, obviously, you would want them to shoot the three ball better. Obviously, you want them to shoot the three ball better. But I would say win the rebound battle. They lost it tonight. Win the rebound battle, man. Let's get a dub. Going back home. Was it 2-2 on the road trip? Could have been 3-1. But it is what it is, guys. So that's all I got for you today in this review. I wish I could have came on here more happy. Way more to talk about. But it was a rough game, man. It was definitely a rough game. But once again, guys, I want to thank you for making Locked On Wizards your first listen every day. Now for your second listen, Locked On Bets, your daily one-stop shop for all your gambling needs. Locked On Bets, hosted by your boy Q with expert analysis and insight from Lee Sterling. Guys, thank you for all the support on YouTube, leaving 5-star reviews. All that helps, leaving comments in the YouTube comment section. I appreciate it all. Me and Ed both appreciate it. Let's keep riding this thing together, guys. And hopefully after the Timberwolves game, we'll be ending it with a dub. But not tonight, guys. Peace.